Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's keep up with our analysis of the euro currency. So actually, our doubts yesterday was not in vain. As you can see, the market has tried to move slightly higher than we suggested. And in general, we have talked about some doubts and moments that we are not really sure that, well, it's very good step for taking the position yesterday. So we have warned that it might be taken, but the momentum that we have on intraday charts in absence of the clear bearish reversal patterns could become the tricky moment, and we could see some upward, some slightly higher upward action. So currently, this is a really great example on the euro currency what you could meet on the market when you're trying to not miss the opportunity to take the short position, when in general you have more or less a nicely looking set up on the higher time frames. It's always the challenge on the intraday charts to get the right moment and to not mistake with the position taken, to use the proper moment and proper placing of the stop order. So currently it's also even more difficult is because yesterday also you have kept an eye on the statistics. You probably know that inflation in the Euro Union recently, it's last data, so we have got yesterday was above the 5%. So this is really big jump in inflation. As previously it was supposed that, well, in the European Union everything is hardly depressed, including the inflation, but it seems that it's not quite so. And this is more important because today we will get the European Central Bank meeting. And this is really big intrigue around this. Whether the Christine Lagarde tells something about the inflation again or not, so whether it will take some steps. If we will not see something really decisive from the European Central Bank, it might be negative reaction in the euro currency. So this is really tricky moment again, and keep an eye on the European Central Bank meeting. It might bring a lot of volatility today, and this might be decisive. So speaking on the technical picture, currently we have a bit more prominent possession of the euro for taking the short position in general, because if yesterday it was somewhere around 30% level, currently take a look, we have the big cluster of the resistance. First of all, market has retested this trend line. This was broken, this flag down. Also, this is daily overbought, and market stands at conference resistance around 113.40. 113.45 area. So it means that if bread butter starts at all, if it will work at all, it should start right from here. It's just no options here exist. Because in any breakout of this very strong area will tell you that something really outstanding is going on here, and it will just overcome any technical background. But in the second moment here is that we should understand that market can't pass through the zero just occasionally. Because this is, well, this combination of the resistance that we have could hold any upper technical action. And which means for stop placing that if even we do not have any bearish reversal patterns here, placing stop above this area with the 90% will not be triggered occasionally. So it will be 90% safe stop above this area. So you will be above the overbought, above the conference resistance on the daily chart. So it's normal speaking, it's just, well, most cases impossible to the market just to break it out without any strong fundamental background. So this makes overall setup a bit clearer and simple to act. This market already actually stands in the last stage where theoretically the pullback could start. On the 4-hour time frame chart, you could see that here we have actually separate thrust, and scalp traders could consider it for taking the short-term position on here and lower time frames. It is also suitable for any Jordan applications, for bread butter or so on. But in general, if we suggest downside reaction and starting of the deep retracement on the daily, it is more logical to consider here a double repo sell, because here is potentially the pattern that might be formed. Another reason why I'm talking about the possible double repo here is just because if we'll take a look at the hourly chart, guys, yesterday we are not occasionally talked that we have, well, actually we do not see something really valuable, we do not see any reversal patterns. Thrusting here is very strong, and that actually was reasons for our doubt that maybe better to wait for taking position, not take the position by far. In the case of the anticipation, you should acknowledge that probably the risk that you could take here. And actually the situation stands the same. So if you clearly take a look at it, what pattern we have here? Actually nothing. This is not the three drive. The butterflies that have been formed here all have been passed already. We don't have any head and shoulders, double tops, some housing type of action, falling, rising wedges or something of that sort. Nothing. Actually, you do not have no pattern that you could stick with and try and take the position. So in this case, we ask the question, how you should understand that retracement that we intend to get is starting. The only way in the current situation that I see is that you need to get the sign that market can't go higher above this top. So it should try to keep going up, but you need to get the clear signs of the failure of this action. The market trying to pass through it, fails, and start dropping. So inability of the market to keep going. With the resistance that we have from the daily, as you understand, this chance for that is really significant. So, and one of the patterns or type behavior that you could keep an eye on is a kind of the wash and rinse of this previous top. So minor breakout here and then starting fast collapse. That might be the signal for the further downward action. Well, theoretically it might take shape, some butterfly or something of that sort, but well, currently I'm not sure this definitely will happen. And this stands in a tight relation to the possible double repo pattern here. So for instance, if you will see trying to pass through it and then collapse, it will give you the double repo sell. And this stands in agreement with the type action that actually could happen here. And actually, currently, this is the only sign that we could get because we do not have any other patterns. So that's just, well, to imagine, to present and illustrate what type of action in general might happen. We could keep an eye on. It's not definitely that this will happen in this manner. If you would like to take part in all this stuff, you could follow with it. Especially when the coming European Central Bank meeting, also volatility here might be, market could start flirting around, and it's really could happen, this type of action. Well, if you in general would like to go short, but you are not ready and you're sure in your experience that you could try and you will get the right proper place to take a position, well, in this case, the only way that you could do is probably try and take the position somewhere in this area and place stop above the confluence area. So this is not really a big stop. So currently it's 113. This will be the 113, maybe 50, 55, 60 area. You could wait a bit more on market trying to return back to the top and then try and take the position to minimize the risk. But in general, this is the way for those who would like to go short, but you are not sure that you definitely will be able to catch the right proper moment to take the position to pull the trigger. Well, if you would like to buy and you would not want to go short in general, you are considering taking the long position in your currency. This is definitely not the right place because market stands on strong resistance. You need to wait for pullback. Actually, that we intend to trade, but for you, it's just time to wait and see market with some pullback and later for the further appreciation. Chances for the deeper upward action still not bad because you can see the pace of the recovery. It's really fast. It suggests that we could get the two-leg retracement instead of just V-shaped retracement. So that's actually what we intend to keep an eye on today. So today probably this will be a really interesting session to watch.